Ruski lead Vladimir Putin has relaxed plan retirement changes next irate protests and a fall in his adoption ranking. He told the resignation age for female would be enlarged of 55 to 60 instead of to 63. But a 5-year growth for men, to 65, would remain. In a uncommon TV address, Mr. Putin told the nation's work age people was declining, manufacturing changing significant. Unions include alerted how lot will not dwell length quite to complaint a retirement. Ruski men include a lifetime expectation of 66 time for female it is 77, the Planet Public Health Organization says. The question has seen supporting for Mr. Putin drop to 64% of 80%, on to Vitium Country Inquirer. Mr. Putin told the Go to lift the resignation age for men and female had been detained for year and risked challenging bloating and growing poverty reduction. Postponing it future would endanger the sustainability and safety of Ruski community, he told. All future latency would be reckless, he told. Our decisions should be fair and so balanced, he added. Before his TV address he had taken to range oneself of the number, and had in the history pledged how the retirement age would never be grown on his look. By the new schedule, to be executed of 2019, the resignation age for men will be enlarged slowly of 60 to 65. Up Mr. Putin's intervene female were to include to job else 8 year of 55 to 63, their plan resignation age has now been diminished to 60. Mr. Putin told how Russia nurtured female, not just job but they as well get thoroughness of the building and family and grandchildren. Their resignation age should not growth by more than rather than how of men, he told. Female in 3 or more than family could depart over, he added. Main Secretary Dmitry Medvedev has previous told the judgment was reasoned by the reality how Russians are residing much longer and guideline more than busy lives. He told down there were 12 millionth work pensioners in Russia, equivalent to almost a block of all pensioners. Tens of thousands include rallied through Russia in latter weeks. Assist the country, die up yours retirement, recite one household made poster in the Siberian town of Omsk in previous July, wherever on 3,000 human beings rotated of. This by the government must come, recite else. The militant located photos of a outcry in Komsomolsk-on-Amur in Russia's distant eastern area in previous July extraordinarily for Russia. Protesters include been of all sides of the policy discussion. Communistic side red flags and nationalist banners flew party by party, and opposition supporters united in too much. The original ad was done at the identical period as the Planet Cup in Russia began. Motive critique how the Ruski by the government was hard to bury it bad news story. Largest economists and lot Russians accept down there is a issue. The people is receive older and the country is conducting more than on pensions. Following the economical havoc of the previous 1990s, Russia's people plummeted. The childbirth bet has withshown several signs of enhancement, but it is not event quick quite. Relying on present trends, 20% of Russians will be above 65 by 2050, says the UN CEO. Putin has fair signed a new draft on retirement conducting, stipulating a deficiency of more than rather than 265 BN rubles, pound, dollar, in 2018. How's 1.6% of the whole country budgeting cost? It is obviously not a stable position, particularly in hard economical times.